Welcome to Transforming the Toddler Years, a Core 4 parenting podcast blending soul and science-based strategies to empower pandemic moms like you, raising kindergarten-ready kids. I'm Cara Tyrrell, your host, a lifetime lover of littles, girl mom, early childhood educator, and conscious parenting coach who truly believes that how we connect and collaborate with our kids in the first 5 years is how we raise world-ready kids who will change this world.
You know that it takes a village to raise a child, but did you know you can choose your village? That's why I've created a virtual village for you with all kinds of like-minded mamas. They're conscious, they're collaborative, they're intentional. Their goal is to raise really good human beings who will grow up to add value to this world. Join us in our private community on Facebook. Use the link in the show notes, and let's transform the toddler years together. Welcome back to the podcast. Today's solo episode is all about why we ask our kids why in the middle of or after tantrum or a meltdown. I've talked before about how our kids ask why all the time, and that's an investigative, a reportive, a detective style inquiry because they are looking to understand the boundaries of their world, how things work, the interactions between you and them, the interactions between you and other people, why it's okay for an adult to do something versus why it's not okay for a child. But this is different. Our kids lose it. They sit in a quiet space. They regain themselves. They go to time out or time in or whatever your particular way of helping them recenter is. And then we do the asking. Why did you do that? Have you ever tried this? What's the outcome? They don't know. So they can't add to the conversation. Maybe they re-enter tantrum mode because now they're being asked something they really don't understand, and they go back to the state of being they were in before. Maybe they just look at you and say, I don't know, and then move on. But why do we ask why? Intuitively, we know that in order to help them, understanding the root of that behavior is important. We know we want to get from that A place, which is asking why, to the Z place of, oh, this is the thing that caused you to lose control, to yell, to cry, to kick, to scream, to throw, so that we can work backwards with a plan to support them next time to make different choices before they ended up at the tantrum mode. We know that. We just don't know how to do it. So we turn it to them. Why did you do this? I can promise you, you're never going to get a satisfactory answer to that question. Even if they answer it, you might get, because Johnny made me mad. That's pretty cool, actually, that they can put their emotional language to the reason why they took action. It's still not okay. Because I wanted to. Now that's going to trigger you even more. Now where are you? Nowhere closer to solving the puzzle of asking, or the reason for why you asked. Why did you do this? Other scripts that we often use, think about what you did, also not helpful. Having them sit there and think about, essentially replay in their mind the trigger that only their sensory being knows, but they can't put words to. And then the negative action that their voice or their body took is not helpful. So we need to stop asking our kids, why did you do this? What can we do instead? Narrate. Be their mirror verbally once they're calm. I saw your body was out of control. I noticed how mad you were because I saw your hands push Johnny's body. We don't talk with our hands. We communicate with our words. Next time, you could say, please stop. I'll know that means you need my help. And I can help you before your hands start doing the talking. Be their mirror, interpreter. Right? You're taking what you saw and making it available to them on the replay, the think about what you did. Right? Except you are turning the channel a little bit on that replay. You're giving them the opportunity to see it through your eyes, to understand that there are other options, and that your role is to support them in how to use those other options before we use our hands on somebody else's body. This is big work. Pulling it apart like this, supporting their emotional regulation, supporting their cognitive planning. What am I going to do with this feeling I'm having? It has to come out of my body, but how will I choose to release it? This is your job. Did you know this was the job when you signed on for motherhood? I know. It's the biggest, most important, most impactful job you will ever have in your whole entire life. The benefits are not a 401k or the ability to go to the doctor with a minimal copay. The benefit is going to playgroup and having your child this close to using their hands on someone else's body and then stopping, catching themselves, stomping their foot on the floor and using words. I am so mad at you right now. That's the win. That's the benefit. That's the joy. And you'll swoop in that moment, cheer them on. You are so mad right now. Your hands feel like pushing, but you stopped them and you stomped with your feet instead. What an amazing choice that was, to tell me how you felt and keep your friend's body safe. Learning how to support this as a collaborative experience between you and your child is a lot of work. It means asking for help, seeking the education that you need, choosing the strategies that really work for who your kid is. They don't all work for everybody. And I want to say how amazed I am that you choose to find time in your very busy life to listen to this podcast and start that learning process. It's an honor to have you as a listener. I'm so grateful that you're out there raising the COVID generation and that you allow me to be part of your parenting journey. Until our next episode, stay mindful and proactive as you transform the toddler years.